Hello, everyone. I'm Noor. Welcome back to the Easy English podcast. And this is our space, a place where we build your English confidence, step by step, together. In our last episode, we celebrated the most important step, starting. We talked about how you are enough, right here, right now. But I know what many of you are thinking next. Okay, I started, but now what? The words don't come easily. My speech feels slow and awkward. How do I find the flow? Well, my friend, you are asking the perfect question, and the answer might surprise you. Today, we are diving into what is possibly the most important skill for any language learner. It's a silent superpower. It's the secret weapon of every fluent speaker you admire. And our episode title says it all. Listen before you speak. Think of learning to speak English like learning to dance. You can't just jump onto the dance floor and start moving perfectly. You would feel lost. First, you watch the dancers. You see how they move their feet. You feel the rhythm of the music in your body. You understand the flow. Then, and only then, do you start to move. Listening is your time for watching the dancers. It is your practice for feeling the rhythm of English. In this episode, we are going to explore two powerful, life-changing ideas. The incredible power of active listening, and how it builds the foundation for all your speaking skills. The imitation game. How to copy the natural sounds and patterns of native speakers, so you can sound less like a robot reading a dictionary and more like the real, confident person you are. So get ready. Find a comfortable place. Let's unlock this superpower together. Part 1. The two types of listening, passive and active. When we talk about listening in English, most people do one kind, passive listening, and it's a good start. But to truly grow, we need to understand the difference. What is passive listening? Passive listening is when English is just around you. It's in the background. Maybe you have an English song playing while you drive. Maybe you watch a movie with subtitles in your language. Maybe you have a podcast on while you are cooking or cleaning. You are hearing the sounds, but you are not really focusing. You are not trying to understand every word. Your brain is relaxed. Is passive listening bad? No, not at all. It's wonderful. It helps your ear get used to the music of English. It's like a warm, comfortable bath of English sounds for your brain. It's a great way to stay connected to the language when you are tired. But here is the problem. Passive listening alone will not make you a fluent speaker. It's like sitting in a garage. It doesn't make you a car. To build your speaking ability, you need to switch on a different mode. You need to activate your superpower. What is active listening? Active listening is listening with a purpose. It's listening with your whole brain. You are not just a receiver of sounds. You are a detective, a student, and a musician, all at the same time. When you listen actively, you are 100% focused on the speaker. You are not just hearing words. You are trying to understand the message, the feeling, and the secret structure behind the words. You are asking your brain questions like, why did they use that word? And how did their voice change when they said that? Think of it like this. Passive listening is watching a beautiful garden from your window. Active listening is walking into the garden, touching the flowers, smelling the roses, and studying the colors. Part 2. Why active listening is your speaking foundation. So, why is this so powerful? Why should you spend your precious time on active listening? Let me give you 3 simple reasons. A. It fills your brain bank with real English. Imagine your brain has a special bank account for English. Not for money, but for language. Every time you listen actively, you make a deposit into this bank. What are you depositing? Real, living vocabulary. You learn words in context. You don't just learn that challenge is a noun. You hear a native speaker say, "Oh, it was quite a challenge, but I managed." Now you know how the word feels and how it's used in a real sentence. Grammar you can feel. You stop thinking about boring grammar rules like subject plus verb plus object. Instead, you hear perfect grammar in action. Your brain starts to recognize patterns. It learns to feel what sounds right and what sounds wrong. This is how children learn their first language, not from a book, but from listening. Natural conversation scripts. You learn what to say next in a conversation. If someone says, "How was your weekend?" your brain remembers hearing someone answer, "It was pretty relaxing, thanks. I just caught up on some sleep." Now, you have a natural, real-life response ready to use. Active listening gives you these scripts for free. B. It teaches you the music of English. Every language has its own music, its own rhythm and melody. If you only focus on the words, the lyrics, you miss the song. Active listening teaches you the music of English. It teaches you word stress. Which part of the word is strong? For example, photograph versus photography. Say them with me. Feel the difference? It teaches you sentence rhythm. Which words are strong and which are weak? In the sentence, "I want to go to the store," the strong words are I, want, go, and store. The small words to and the become soft and fast. It teaches you intonation, the rise and fall of the voice. A rising voice at the end often means a question. "You're coming?" A falling voice means a statement. "You're coming." This is how we show our feelings without using extra words. The rule is simple. If you can't hear the music of English, you can't sing it. you can't speak it naturally. Active listening is your music lesson. C. It builds your confidence to speak. This is a beautiful secret. When you actively listen to a lot of English, your brain becomes familiar with it. The sounds become less strange. The speed becomes less scary. When it's your turn to speak, you are not trying to create something from nothing. You are pulling sentences and rhythms from your brain bank, from all the deposits you made. You feel more secure because you are using material you have heard 1,000 times before. It feels like meeting an old friend. Part 3. How to be an active listener. Your simple plan. Okay, you are convinced. Active listening is the goal. But how do you actually do it? It sounds like hard work. Don't worry. I will give you a simple, step-by-step plan. You can start today. Step 1. Create your no distraction zone. You cannot actively listen while you are also checking your phone, watching TV, and talking to a friend. Your brain needs focus. Find a quiet place for just 10 to 15 minutes. Put your phone on silent and away from you. Close the other tabs on your computer. Your mission is to focus on a short piece of English, maybe just 2 to 3 minutes long. It could be a clip from this podcast, a short scene from your favorite TV show, or a news report. Now, listen to the same short clip 3 times. Yes, 3 times. Each time with a different goal. First, listen. Listen for the main idea. Just relax and listen. What is the big picture? What is the main topic? Don't worry about the details. Just get the general message. Second, listen. Listen for the words. Now, listen for new, interesting, or useful words and phrases. Write them down in a notebook. Look them up if you need to. This is how you build your vocabulary. Third, listen. Listen for the music. This time, close your eyes. Don't think about the meaning. Just listen to the sound. Listen to the speaker's rhythm. Where do they pause? Where does their voice go up or down? Where is the emotion? This trains your ear for the natural flow. Step 2. Practice reflecting or paraphrasing. This is a powerful technique used by the best communicators in the world. It simply means repeating the speaker's idea back to them in your own words. This shows you truly understand. You can practice this with a conversation partner, but you can also practice it in your head after listening to a podcast. For example, after listening to a speaker talk about their difficult day, you can say, to them or to yourself, instead of just saying, I understand, try saying, so, it sounds like you had a really long and challenging day. Or, if I understand correctly, the main problem was the traffic. This forces your brain to do something amazing. It has to process the English it just heard understand the meaning, and then find new English words to express the same idea. This is the magic moment where listening turns into speaking. Step 3. Hunt for connector words. Fluent speakers use small words and phrases to connect their ideas smoothly. These are the secret glue of English conversation. Active listening helps you find them. Listen for phrases like, "You know what?" to introduce a new idea. "Actually, I think," to gently correct or give your opinion. "On the other hand," to show a different side. "Anyway, so," to return to the main topic. When you hear these connector words, write them down. Try to use them in your own sentences. They will make your speech flow naturally, without awkward silences. Part 4. The imitation game. How to sound natural. You've done the hard work of active listening. You've noticed the rhythms and the words. Now comes the fun part. Imitation. This is where you start to own the language. The goal here is not to perfectly copy a British or American accent. The goal is to copy the patterns, the stress, rhythm, and intonation that make English sound natural and clear. The 3 keys to natural sound. Let's break down the 3 most important things to imitate. 1. Word stress, the heartbeat of a word. In English, we don't say every part of a word with the same energy. One part is strong, and the others are weak. Listen to these words. Pre-sent, a gift, versus pre-sent, to show something. Import, a meaning, versus import, to bring in. When you imitate, you must copy this strong, weak pattern. It is more important than having a perfect accent. If you stress the wrong syllable, people might not understand you. 2. Sentence rhythm, the dance of a sentence. English is a stress-timed language. This is a fancy way of saying that the important words get the time and energy, and the small words get squeezed together. Listen to this sentence. I want to go to the store. A native speaker will say it more like, I want to go to the store. The small words to and the become very fast and soft. When you imitate, don't try to pronounce every word perfectly. Instead, punch the important words and rush the small grammar words. This will instantly make your English rhythm more natural. 3. Intonation, the emotion of your voice. Intonation is the melody. It's how you use the high and low notes of your voice to express meaning. A voice that goes up at the end often shows a question, surprise, or that you haven't finished speaking. You like coffee? A voice that goes down at the end shows a statement, certainty, or that you are finished. You like coffee? To sound natural, listen to the speaker's emotion and copy their tune. Part 5. Your secret weapon, the shadowing technique. Now, how do you put all of this imitation into practice? With one incredibly powerful technique called shadowing. Shadowing is like being a vocal shadow. You listen to a native speaker, and you try to speak at the exact same time they are speaking. You are overlapping your voice with theirs. You are matching their speed, their rhythm, and their energy. It feels strange at first, but it is the fastest way to train your mouth and brain to work together in English. Your simple shadowing guide. Find your clip. Choose a very short audio clip. 30 seconds is perfect. From a podcast, a TV show, or a movie scene. It's best if you can find a transcript, the written words for it. Understand it first. Use your active listening skills on this clip. Listen to it a few times. Read the transcript. Make sure you understand every word and the meaning of the whole clip. Start shadowing. Now, play the audio again. And as soon as the speaker starts, you start too. Try to speak with them. Don't wait for a pause. Don't worry about being perfect. Your goal is to be their echo. If they speak fast, you try to speak fast. If their voice is loud and excited, your voice should be loud and excited. If they pause, you pause. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Do this 5, 10, or even 15 times with the same 30-second clip. The first few times, you will feel behind and messy. That's normal. By the 10th time, you will feel your mouth moving more easily. You will start to feel the rhythm in your body. The magic of shadowing. When you shadow, you don't have time to think about grammar rules or translation. You are forced to focus only on the sound and the music. This is how you build muscle memory for English. Your mouth and tongue learn the movements without your brain getting in the way. So, my friend, here is the big idea from today. Stop thinking of speaking and listening as two separate skills. They are best friends. They work together. You can only become a great speaker if you first become a great listener. Your English will grow when you listen with purpose. This week, I have a simple challenge for you. I don't want you to study for hours. I want you to find just 5 minutes each day. In those 5 minutes, I want you to practice active listening with a short clip. Then I want you to try the shadowing technique for just 1 minute. Just 60 seconds of being a brave vocal shadow. That is enough. Small steps every day create big changes. You are not just learning a language. You are learning to dance to a new rhythm. You are learning to sing a new song. And with every active listen and every shadow you speak, you are getting closer to the fluent, confident speaker you are meant to be. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I am so proud of you for doing this work. We'll be back next time with more ways to make your English journey joyful and successful. Until then, be a good listener, be a brave speaker, and remember to trust the process. You've got this.